Hello, everyone. You're welcome to the Cock and Thread podcast. My name is Nnamdi, and I've got my friend and co-host Otto with me.
Hello, everyone. Nice to have you here. Welcome to the Cock and Thread podcast.
The Cock and Thread podcast is a podcast where we have laid-back conversations around serious topics, basically. Otto and I just come together, have this sit down, and just basically discuss things that affect us as people, right? And hope that the conversations that we have, you can relate with them and enjoy them.
Yeah, we also hope to have these conversations about everything and anything. The reason is because, we have a lot of conversations from time to time about life issues, decisions, directions of life. You need sometimes you consult with somebody and say, what do you think about this? So what we're just going to do is to bring this to a larger kind of audience. And we believe that what we're discussing will be beneficial to you. It would educate you, it would entertain you, and it will also inform you. It will be something that we believe that would leave a mark in your life as we go ahead with it.
We're on all social media platforms. We're on Twitter as the Cock and Thread Podcast, on TikTok as the Cock and Thread Podcast, on Instagram as the Cock and Thread Podcast.
You can also follow us on YouTube, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share at the Cock and Thread Podcast also on YouTube. This being the inaugural episode of our podcast, we would like to also create some super fans. Please make your comments, give us feedback. We believe that anything that we're doing, we're starting, we believe that it would go far, and we believe that you would also benefit from it. But we also believe that you can also help us to make it better by giving us your feedback, and we'll be able to move along with it.
It's just interesting how fast life moves. Interestingly, I had over the last week, I had conversation around different things with a certain colleague of mine. And one thing that he said that actually stood out is something that is clearly not new to most adults.
Okay.
Well, not new to me,
Yeah.
right? But I think it just hit me differently.
Mm-hmm.
And he just mentioned in passing that he was just thinking about it and realized that a lot of us are scared of insurance. When we just hear insurance, we just get scared for whatever reason. And it hit me differently because I never thought about it that way, to be honest. Insurance is not something new to me.
Yeah.
We have heard about it. I know to an extent things about insurance. But this conversation hit me differently, and it would be good to hear your thoughts on how you see insurance and how, in his words, how you think people are scared of insurance.
You see, insurance is the opposite of fear, so to speak. When you talk about trying to sell insurance in whatever format, you are trying to minimize the fear of the unknown. That's what it is. You are minimizing the fear of the unknown. But you see, I think the fear of the unknown to many people, some people also think that it cannot be worse than this. I am in my worst place. I cannot spend an extra amount of money on anything, on something that I'm not sure whether I would benefit, or whether my family will benefit, or whether people will benefit at all, or my people will benefit. So I think the first approach to insurance, my view is that people approach it from the point of fear. They don't believe that it's anything good. They believe that these people, they either want to rip me off or they want to take out of my money. You understand? They are thinking about it in that negative aspect. Nobody thinks of it in a positive way, in a positive light, okay, it is some kind of, it can give you some kind of soft landing. God forbid, if it's one, just speaking now about life insurance, if somebody passes and is within the time limit, the family can get some form of soft landing, which can help with whatever bills that may need to be paid. So that is also one part of it. I think the first introduction to insurance is always the selling of the fear. So that's, people are afraid of the fear factor in insurance.
Okay. I just like to point out and add to what Otto has said. But before I do that, it would be good to just point out that Otto and I are not experts on this topic. We're not giving any form of professional advice. We're sharing our thoughts, right? It might be right, it might be wrong, but these are our thoughts and our opinions. They are wholly our opinions and thoughts. Just to put that out there.
We are not. We don't have any. We are not any kind of financial advisor, risk advisors, insurance salespeople. No, these were just discussions we were having generally about insurance with ourselves. Not we're not having it. We're just saying we're just pointing out what we see as maybe some influence on why the uptake is not that high in insurance. That's all.
So the big question is, are people really scared of insurance?
Let's start from the point of what is being insured.
Whatever is being insured, we know that insurance is a very wide topic.
Yeah.
Right? There are different forms of insurance, right? But at the end of the day, you are insuring something that, or basically are protecting something that you have, right? Albeit that you haven't lost that which you are trying to protect.
Yeah.
So the question is, why should I protect what I haven't lost?
So you've gotten, that's the point. Now, insurance is the fear of the unknown. Let's be clear. That's the way I look at it. That's my entry into it. The fear of the unknown. And most of us, now, let's pick the one that is the scariest, life insurance.
Yeah.
People, I'm not going to die today. It is not my portion. People, God forbid, my great-grandfather lived to 100. My grandfather lived to 110. Why would you tell me to buy an insurance that would not pay out till I am a certain age? So people are in that view. You understand? People are of that view, of that point of mind. They come from me, they approach it from that point. So it's the fear of the known that is being sold. What I would always say to people when they come to me, using life as an example, I would say, what is the worst case scenario? What if it is tomorrow? There is no assurance that because your generations have lived up to 100, that you yourself
live up to 100.
So what you're doing is just protecting yourself against the unknown. So that is my way into it. It's just kind of neutralizing the fear factor in the insurance, because all that insurance does for you is that it takes away the fact of you being afraid of the unknown.
So I was reading an article some time ago, and in that article it stated that only 1% of Nigerian adults have life insurance. Now the question is it fear? That's one. Is it cultural or traditional, as the case may be? Is it a case of God forbid? Or is it a case of nothing they happen to me? So what exactly, because 1% of the adult population is really crazy. That's crazy. So what do you think the real problem is, from your own thoughts?
In my opinion, what it is simple, that you see, people can say, I cannot be in a worse situation than this. That's one. They can also approach the discussion from a point and say, I mean, what am I going to gain? The third part is, are we sure that this thing will even work? Do you understand? Will there be a payoff, or will there be an excuse not to pay at the end? Then the fourth option could be, am I even sure that by the time the company who is insuring me will be available to pay out?
Yeah, so it still boils down to back to my point. It still boils down that people are scared. Now, you mentioned, if I take out the policy, right, and it's time for payouts, would this company pay out? Would the company be in existence 70 years, 50 years from now?
Exactly.
Right. So it still goes back to, people are scared.
Now, so and also, look, let's not take away the cultural perspective, the God forbid, the belief that, God forbid, if something happens to me, I have my brother who I trained through the university, he will be able to take care of my family, he will take care of my partner, he will be able to take care of my children. Think about, let's not take away that cultural sensitivity to that part. Also, they believe that, I mean, it's God is there. God is there. God knows what is
Yeah,
good
God,
for
I'm
me.
not
You
going to
know,
die anytime
I'm not
soon.
going. Exactly.
I
He
will
has.
die anytime
Yeah,
soon.
he has confirmed for me that I will live
And not die.
minimum 70 if I am strong 80. You know, it's and then let me even throw another spanner in the works. Oh, I exercise every day. I eat
Yeah.
healthy. I run how many kilometers? I take 10,000 steps. I do all those
My
things.
assumption would be that the 1% that I talked about from the article I read,
Yeah,
you'll be shocked to know that the 1% of people, of adults that have life
life
insurance
insurance. Yeah.
policies, are people that even exercise, eat healthy, and do all of these things that you just mentioned. But they still go ahead to take out insurance policies. So I think we should even narrow down this conversation around insurance on narrow it down to life and maybe vehicle insurance.
Well, so if we talk about vehicle insurance, you know, let's talk about, you
Before we
know,
get to vehicle insurance,
the life. Let me tell you, the life, yeah, is a tricky one because I've given you, apart from that, all those things. People are very skeptical about where their life will end when you know it is the fear of the unknown. So
yeah,
the look, using the article you read, the 99%, why are they not bothering it? It would not be more than one. A percentage will talk about spirituality, a
yeah,
percentage will talk about the fact that, okay, let's even hit it. Oh, if I take life insurance, my wife will kill me, or if I take life insurance, my
my
husband will
husband will
kill
kill
me.
me.
You understand? That's another ignorance, pure ignorance, not knowing that.
That's another angle to
Yeah,
it,
you
actually.
got angle to it. Oh, if they know that I have life insurance, they will kill me. That's ignorance, pure ignorance, because there are other methods that you can take to secure yourself, whether you have a policy or not. As we said, because we are not giving financial advice, we're
Yeah,
just saying it out there. So the other thing that we want to also say is that people would always also say, we are Africans,
hmm,
we are family oriented, we live in an extended family beyond the nuclear, beyond just the husband, wife, and children, the uncles, the aunties, you know. So because of those cultural beliefs, you cannot push it away and say, oh, if you tell somebody, oh, come and buy a life policy, the person will look at like, what is the use? I'm just throwing money down the drain. That is in their own view
hmm.
because they are, after all, Nambi has brothers, Naoto has brother, his
They'll take
sisters.
care
They
of
will take care of whatever will happen.
my kids if anything
My
happens
children,
to you.
what, you know. So that is also another approach. The next approach is, let's not take up another big elephant in the room, which is poverty.
Okay.
Poverty linked with ignorance. Because when you say poverty, I'm not seeing it
So more
as
like, if you never chop, why would you go
but
take out a
thank you.
policy?
When you are thinking of where your next meal will come from, you're not going to go and buy a policy
Yeah.
that you have to commit to pay a certain amount of money every month. You're going to look at it as, I mean, this
That
is
that might that might even be the biggest problem, actually.
exactly. And then, you know, okay, so then I also want to bring it a little bit. A lot of Nigerians are employed in the informal sector.
Hmm.
Now, informal sector today go in daily paid, they are traders, you know,
Yeah.
depending on what I make. So some of them are not very conscious about what they should do as insurance. You know, even for instance, the markets have gone on fire, and then the people who trade in those markets still do not get some kind of goods insurance
Yeah. True.
because they
Considering how
don't
much money they make,
exactly. So
these traders are,
yeah, we're talking about
yeah,
very across, you know.
they
So
make millions of money. Yeah.
I'm trying to approach it from various ways, not just the straight
So why
jacket
would now?
office person.
Okay, thinking now, it's an interesting point that you have just raised. A trader that has goods worth millions of naira,
Mhm.
right? Why would you not take out a policy that protects your millions?
One, the
Because now,
ignorance. Do I even know first? Let's say, do I
so
even know?
for this kind of trader, poverty is not the
No,
problem.
no, exactly. Do
So
I
now
even know?
financial poverty is not the problem.
Yes. Do I even know that I can take out a policy?
That's okay.
Do I even know that I can take? That's one. Then two, okay, if I'm taking out a policy, what is the payout? Now, what you see, it may be surprising, like I told you, like, I don't even want to come to the one of health insurance.
Oh, okay.
Because if I come to the part of health
So,
insurance, you pure
let's say
ignorance.
for
I've not gone to the hospital in 2 years. If I get headache, I will take. If I have headache, I'll take paracetamol.
paracetamol and all
It's
that, and
gone.
I'm fine. Yeah.
So you see, those are the dynamics that people don't realize, and God forbid, and nobody's. I'm not wishing you
Nobody,
evil,
yeah, nobody
but you
wishes.
can go up and go on the road and have an accident and and lose a limb. God forbid. You would, if you have an insurance policy, you can take care. Maybe even if you are daily paid for the period you're in the hospital, you can take care of your health. It can even help you to be resuscitated and things like that. So is look.
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting how you mentioned health insurance. You find out that at times when you fall ill,
Mhm.
most of the time you don't even have. You're broke.
You fall ill at the point where you don't have money.
You're
Let's
broke.
say it.
So
And
what saves you is health insurance.
thank you. And then you see, because this is what I'm still saying, because of the volume of people that are in the informal sector,
Yeah.
they don't look at it as, if I'm having the challenges I will have, how will the challenges be? If it is a health challenge, what is the worst kind of health? Because we are all in the informal sector, they are not keen on, okay, the exact amount of money I should spend on
Yeah.
it. That's my view on it.
So a few points up from what you've said. Financial poverty is one of it.
Yes.
Poverty, ignorance, which is poverty of the
Ignorance.
mind.
Yes.
Right. It's what was the other one?
I would also say, when you look at the corporate environment, as in what I mean by the corporate environment, because of the way majority are employed in the informal sector, some of those products are not really designed for the informal sector.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, so when you say designed, is it a case of, because I'm assuming that, because you see people like, I assume that a lot of these insurance companies, right, they have people that go to the markets and speak to these traders,
Yeah.
right? Because as an insurance, I don't know what, I don't know the term they they use to refer to them, people that sell insurance policies basically.
Hmm.
I assume that there are salespeople that go out there and market these things to all of these guys. I want to believe that there are people that go to the markets,
Yes.
right, and talk to traders about these things. So it's a case of, I don't want to do this, or I'm not interested, or God forbid, or do you want to set my shop on fire? Do you? So it's a case of
You,
different.
look, if I want to go back now to my spiritual self, you'll say, oh, I have covered myself with Psalm 91.
Yeah,
Because I've covered myself with Psalm 91, nothing will happen to
what's going to
me.
happen to you?
No, and now I'm not, please, I'm not playing it down. Nobody should, your faith is good for you. I'm
Yeah,
just saying that some of these things are things that our relationship with God is different, because God Himself, the things He has promised us, but He has also said to us that He knows His will. We don't know His will. So we operate in our level. So there's no need to be spiritual about it. If we can do something about it, let's do something about it. And while we also hope for the best. But I told you something, the fear of the unknown. While we talk about the fear of the unknown, because of the fear of the unknown, a lot of things cannot penetrate that insurance area.
so one other thing that you raised is the poverty part, which for me is key. Because if you don't know where your next meal will come from, why would you? Because insurance, you have to pay out money monthly or yearly, as the case may be. But if you're not sure where your next meal is going to come from, why would you? How would you even get money to pay your pay up every month, something like that.
See,
How would that work? Because even if I might not be ignorant of what insurance policies will do for me. I might not be ignorant of the benefits, right? But I am not financially capable to take up a policy.
you see, we are trying to educate people. Let me also say that there are always policies. You see,
No, no, I disagree. They can't always. Yes, there are always policies,
yeah,
but now your next meal, assuming your next meal costs you 200 naira, for instance,
yeah,
right? You're not sure where your 200 naira is going to come from,
true.
right? How would I be able to pay maybe 500 naira every month when my next 200 naira is not certain?
So that's why I said that there are policies that we need to. Now, it's left. What we're saying is we're trying to disabuse the mind of people that if you take insurance, you will die tomorrow. If you take
Yeah.
insurance, your wife will kill you. If you take insurance,
Husband will kill
your
you.
husband will kill you. You take insurance, your children will kill
Yeah.
you. What we're trying to say is that we're disabusing people's mind. Now, every policy, no matter how small it is, no matter how minute it is, it will be some sort of soft landing. So if we could do that and say, we're encouraging you, our listeners, as you share it, please go out, look at it. What policy do you need? I'm not selling anything. We're not giving any kind of financial advice. We're not telling you take anything. We're not telling you take any policy. We're not telling you take, but go out there and search. Don't be among the 99% that have the means. Now let's remove the poverty, remove those who can't afford, remove those who go out there and get something for you, the benefit of your family. Now, if you don't, I'm not recommending it. Some people are hiding it from their wives that they have life insurance, so that because they are afraid that immediately their wife or their husband know, they will kill them. So
You know what is even interesting too? I had to butt in there because it felt like you were reading my mind. I remember years ago, I was working I was working at a certain place, and we had this new guy join. You know how you go through the onboarding process of a new starter and all
yes,
of that.
yes, yes.
So he got to the part where the guy had to fill out next of kin and all of those. And the guy asked the question, I said, so what happens if I die?
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever you put in there would as your beneficiary, right,
Yeah,
would take whatever money that is due you.
yeah.
And the guy said, I don't fit tell my wife, oh, it took me aback. I don't fit tell my wife, like, how much she kill me the next day, kind of thing, right?
You know, those are individual peculiarities.
Yeah,
Let's not also take away because you do not know what may have happened in his marriage. You
yeah,
don't know
true,
what
true.
he is going through. You understand? You may not know where he is. You understand? You may not know also whether he's been a very
Yeah,
let's
I agree
use
with you. We don't know the
you. We
details.
don't know the details. So
Yeah.
that's a peculiar. Now,
So
I also
I
know.
said that because
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing.
No, of course.
People don't want to take insurance policies because of the fear of being killed.
Namdi, I can
I
tell
didn't know
you.
it was a thing until then,
I can
actually.
tell you that it's a thing. People are afraid of being killed because of an insurance policy.
Interesting.
Now, this is not a movie part. This is not talking about movies. So now, but remember that the only people don't even realize that this matter of killing is only to life insurance. There are other kinds of one.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that insurance is only life, and maybe
Not everybody.
no. Oh,
But
sorry,
it feels like
sorry.
the most common
Rephrase.
one, yeah.
Because the rephrase people think of only life, and
Yeah.
maybe the third party that we do for our cars on the
Yeah.
road that is made compulsory by government, so that we can.
Yeah.
Those are the only two, but there are other kinds that are good for family life. Good will help
They're
you.
actually
You know,
loads. I don't think we can exhaust
I'm not
the
even
list of insurance
recommending anything
policies.
because
Yeah, there are loads.
you need to sit down and say what do you need for yourself, and then you can pick what you need for yourself, and what you need for yourself is to go on. But please, we're trying to break this myth. Do not, especially those of us family men, please go out, look at what it is, think about your family, think about it. God forbid if tomorrow Otto is not here, what is the best for my children? If I am not here, what is the best for my family? Think about it that way. It's not. It's also a good measure. Even if you think that, oh, I will live. I'm praying that me. I'm personally praying that I will live to be like my grandfather who lived to 100. So,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to say that because of that I would not take some measure to protect my family. We take all measures to protect our families. We know we protect our children. We say, oh, we'll send them to this school to protect them. Why can't we take some plan? Because remember, the if you own a house, what is the guarantee that, God forbid, there is an electrical spark, everything burns down, that you can replace
Mm.
everything? God forbid. Everything I include God forbid because I know that we want to be the best.
Yeah. Otto, thank you so much. Otto and I spent some time sharing our thoughts on insurance and basically what we think, a few experiences from the things we've heard people say and do. Right. We would like to hear from you. What do you think is the reason why a lot of us don't take up insurance policies? The question is, are we scared of insurance policies? Is it a case of poverty? Is it a case of ignorance? It would be good to hear what your thoughts are. Please let us know what your thoughts are. Drop a comment, share with your friends. Let us just know what your thoughts are.
And also, we also remember that we approach this thing as non-experts. We are not experts in insurance.
Exactly.
So we are also saying to you, if you would think that maybe as discussion, maybe where you are, your office, there's a discussion around, you would like us to have our non-expert view or angle on that, or whatever it is, please leave a comment, send us a DM. We would definitely respond to your message. And look, we're saying to you, share this message. We would come to you when we come to discuss something else again. Have a very good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much and have a good day.